Political exploitation of tragedy is nothing but corruption. And their call for more gun control is a siren song of hypocrites. Because the politicians don't really hate guns. They just hate ours, our guns, and our rights. For them, gun control means they control us. The elites care about their money, their banks, so they surround them with armed guards. American airports, office buildings, power plants, courthouses, even sports stadiums are all protected by armed security. Even Mayor Bloomberg benefits from armed security. Members of Congress, guarded by the Capitol Police, armed. And the President is protected by the Armed Secret Service. Celebrities and the wealthy, including members of the news media, are protected by armed guards. Do we care less about our homes, our kids, and our schools? Are they really less worthy of the full measure of armed protection? Americans have had enough of government failure, and Americans have had enough of government hypocrisy. It's time for change, and I mean a real change. Government can't protect us, but it can and it has endangered us by restricting our freedom to protect ourselves. It's time right here this morning to acknowledge what we all know in our hearts to be true, that the best way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. And the presence of a firearm in the hands of a good person makes us all safer. It's just that simple, and it's just that true. So no more lies and laws and corruption and government failure. No more. At the scene of the crime, there's only the criminal and the victim. The police, though well-intentioned, and they all know this, despite all their best intentions, they always come later. And the victim is all too often forgotten. It's time the victims in this country got a fighting chance. Every American deserves that. It is our right, it is our time to demand that members of Congress honor that right and immediately enact national right to carry reciprocity all over this land. We're going to do it with your help, believe me. The Second Amendment to the U.S. Constitution has never been more relevant than it is today. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The Founding Fathers, they sure had it right from the beginning. Our security is in our own hands, ensured by the bearing of arms in the hands of good people all across this country. The safety of our homes and our neighborhoods and of our kids' schools and of the people that we all love most is in our own hands. Government has failed. As citizens, we have been abandoned, left alone to face personal danger that's out there every single day. Well, we may be alone, but we breathe the same free air of our Founding Fathers, empowered by the Second Amendment to live secure and to live free. Our liberty in this country lives in the Second Amendment to the Constitution, the fundamental right that separates us from all other nations on earth. That freedom makes America better than other countries. That freedom makes us stronger. The duty of our forefathers now rests with us to defend and preserve our freedom. And we must, each of us, must answer that call with all of our might. Will we fight to preserve our liberty? They can't hear you yet at the White House. Let me ask you again. Will we fight to keep our nation strong and safe and free? Will we fight and prevail against the enemies of freedom? Let me hear you. Our promise to America is that there will always be a Second Amendment, and that the Second Amendment will always be the people's first freedom. We will fight to defend that freedom. We will fight for the rights of all Americans to live free. We will fight and we will prevail. We will prevail because we must. We will prevail because, by God, we are the NRA. Thank you very much, and let's fight.